one of the key components of this year's immersion was martial arts, and the type of martial arts we did was Toshindo, and the master of the place was called Mr. Hayes, and he was awesome. You could just tell when he walked into the room, the energy changed a lot, and we didn't really get coached by him that much or like taught by him. He just kind of watched us, but Mr. Norris is actually the one that had taught us all the moves that we learned, and it was really cool because I've never had that experience before. But some of the moves we learned were a lot of self-defense related, and what I thought was interesting was all the moves were related to elements. I think it was earth, water, wind, and fire. And personally, I was fire. I like to be aggressive and I like to have fun. So I was really into that element and we did a lot with it. And just punching the bags was really fun. So I'm glad I had this opportunity. And Mr. Hayes is just like the ultimate teacher. He's awesome. And I think he is very credible because he actually went to Japan because Toshindo is Japanese, and so he went to Japan and learned it, and he has like a golden belt, and that's awesome. And Mr. Norris is like a 7th degree black belt, which I can't even imagine how many years that took, but they're very credible in what they're doing, and I really do think they know what they're doing. So I would like to say thank you to them for teaching this opportunity to me and for me to carry it through college, which would probably be the most important time I would use it, or even when I get older, because I think these things that you guys taught us will stay with us throughout our whole entire life, because there's always people that could try to hurt you in any moment, and you prepared us to be ready. We also got 2 weapons, a wooden sword and a wooden bow shaft. I think my favorite out of the 2 was the bow shaft, just because I've never seen one before in person. I've seen swords a little bit, but not as much as a bow staff. And I picked up the technique really easy and simply, and I can't wait when it's warm outside to show my parents what I know how to do, because I don't think anybody in my family would know how to do that. It was really interesting though. And the sword's actually pretty cool too, but I didn't think it was as cool as the bow staff for some reason. So I would like to dedicate this video to Mr. Hayes and Mr. Norris for just letting me come in there and giving me the uniform, letting me do the belt test. I know, like us, to walk in there, we can be a little bit disrespectful at times, but for them to hold their ground and really teach us and have a lot of energy and fun with us was really cool. I think my favorite part of the whole entire thing was getting the yellow belt, just because when you got it, it felt like a new energy inside. And the yellow belt was a lot more strong than the white one. It was a lot more big and thick. So I think that kind of symbolizes what we went through during the whole martial arts experience. So I would just like to thank you, Mr. Hayes and Mr. Norris, for giving this great opportunity.